Hi there, I'm Chris Slinker from the Waukesha County Republican Party and Menomonee Falls Republicans. This week we have gotten a lot of emails and requests for an analysis over the Wisconsin State Supreme Court race. Why did we lose? How could we lose? Why did Dan Kelly lose? I'm here to give you a quick analysis of the election and what we're doing next. The most important thing to know is that this race was a race we always were nervous about. The reason was that we have a partisan primary on the ballot in April, and we had a Democratic primary on the ballot this April, which was very difficult to overcome. For a while, we thought that that advantage had dissipated because the Biden-Bernie race was coming to a close and that they weren't being that competitive with one another. However, we were wrong, and the numbers show that. The reason we did lose this election was because the Democrats brought out their pre-November voters and the Republicans brought out their April voters. We did a really good job on bringing out our April voters. As a matter of fact, we brought out more voters for Dan Kelly than we did for Brian Hagedorn last year, and last year we won. So we should feel really good as Republicans that we did that. However, the Democrats just did a better job. They brought out an additional 80,000 votes out of Milwaukee County and Dane County alone. They obtained another 40,000 votes from counties that we normally win. We just couldn't match that number, and we have to assume that those numbers are coming simply because of the presidential primary. If you'd want to look at a race that was even, the last time we had a pre-November turnout was when Rebecca Bradley, the conservative Supreme Court justice who we did elect, was running against Kloppenberg, the liberal from Madison. In that election, we won, and we won strong. And the reason we did is we both had a partisan primary ballot on the election ballot that year. That year was Donald Trump versus Ted Cruz, and the Democrats had Hillary Clinton versus Bernie Sanders. It allowed both parties to bring out their pre-November numbers, and we won. What's important to know about this November is we're going to have a lot more voters. And if you were a Republican and didn't vote, we're going to be sure to knock on your door and get you out to vote. So thank you for voting if you did. There are a lot of bright numbers in this loss that we can learn from and we're going to use to take advantage of here in Waukesha County. We did do a great job here in Waukesha County at getting almost 87,000 votes for Dan Kelly. However, it just wasn't enough. So we're going to be working doubly hard to be sure that we get more votes out this upcoming November, and there are a lot of races we need to focus on. We need to reelect Janelle Branchin to the State Assembly, and we need to reelect State Senator Alberta Darling to the State Senate here for the Falls. We also need to reelect Dan Knodel, who is our state rep for the northern part of the Village of Menomonee Falls. We also need to reelect Donald Trump. There's a lot of things the Republican Party is doing. We had a meeting tonight. I'm going to be giving you some video updates on a more regular basis. I'm also going to analyze the other elections that we got involved with here in Menomonee Falls and fill you in on what happened and why they happened. If you have any questions, feel free to email us anytime. We'll continue to give you video updates as often as we can. And that's an explanation of what happened with the Dan Kelly and Karofsky race. Please remember, we still have a 4-3 majority on the state Supreme Court. So even though we lost this seat, and it's sad to see Dan Kelly go, we still have a 1-seat majority on that state Supreme Court, and we're going to do our best to uphold that. So thanks for all what you're doing. Thanks for your time.